countdown. Yeah, countdown. Countdown.
What? I already started.
The light of the labors lost of Steinweg and Peterman, that in the plains, in the mountains, by the seas. I don't want to be in this. Am I in this?
No, you're not.
Okay, well.
What do you want to do to pass the time today, Go-Go?
Meh.
Let's be artists. I found this paintbrush the other day, walking last night.
Meh. I hate painting.
You want to play a board game?
We played that yesterday.
We did. I don't remember. Let's try and hang ourselves. You got any rope?
Here, you go first.
Oh, never mind.
Meh.
Shall we join the circus?
No, I hate the circus.
Do you? Oh, pardon.
Carry on.
No, after you.
No, you first.
I interrupted you.
On the contrary.
Ceremonious ape! Sloppy pig! Finish your phrase, I tell you! Finish your own! Moron!
Vermin.
Abortion!
Jerk.
Sewer rat! Curate! Cretin! Critic! Moron!
Vermin.
Abortion!
Jerk.
Sewer rat!
Curate.
Cretin!
Critic.
Is there anything I can convince you to do while we wait for Godot?
Maybe.
How about we become teachers? That would be fun.
Fine.
Good morning, students. I hope you are all ready to learn about religion.
Yay!
Mr. Gogo and I have invited some of our old, dear friends.
Who?
Forgive his poor memory. Please give a warm welcome to the wonderful, insightful, interesting Mr. Pozo and Lucky.
Hello, students. My name is Pozo, and this is my Lucky. Mr. Didi invited us here today to speak to you guys about religion. My Lucky and I have traveled everywhere together and have learned a lot. My dear Lucky has taught me many beautiful things, and he will share them with you today.
As uttered forth in the public works of Puncher and Watman, of a personal God, qua 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 qua, with white beard, qua 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 qua, outside time without extension, who from the heights of divine apathia, divine athambia, divine aphasia loves us dearly, with some exceptions for reasons unknown. But time will tell, and suffers like the divine Miranda, with those who for reasons unknown, but time will tell, are plunged in torment, plunged in fire, whose fire flames, if that continues, and who can doubt it will fire the firmament, that is to say, blast hell to heaven, so blue, still, and calm, so calm, with a calm which, even though intermittent, is better than nothing, but not so fast, and considering what is more, that as a result of the labors left unfinished, crowned by the Academy of Anthropometry, of Essie and Posse, of Testu and Cunard, it is established beyond all doubt, all other doubt, than that which clings to the labors of men, that as a result of the labors unfinished of Testu and Cunard, it is established as in hereinafter, but not so fast for reasons unknown, that as a result of the public works of Puncher and Watman, it is established beyond all doubt that in the views of the labors of Fartov and Belcher left unfinished for reasons unknown of Testu and Cunard, left unfinished, it is established what many deny, that man in Posse of Testu and Cunard, that man in Essie, that man in short, that man in brief, in spite of the strides of alimentation and defecation, wastes and pines, and concurrently, simultaneously, what is more for reasons unknown, in spite of the strides of physical culture, the practice of sports such as tennis, football, running, cycling, swimming, flying, floating, riding, gliding, canading, camogie, skating, tennis, chasing squirrels, of all kinds, dying, flying, sports, of all sorts, autumn, summer, winter, tennis of all kinds, hockey of all sports, penicillin and succedanea. In a word, I resume flying, gliding, golf, over 9 and 18 holes of tennis, of all sorts, in a word, for reasons unknown, in Feckham, Peckham, Fulham, Clapham, namely, concurrently, simultaneously. What is more, for reasons unknown, but time will tell, fades away, I resume, Fulham, Clapham, in a word, the dead, lost per head, since the death of Bishop Berkeley, being to the tune of 1 inch 4 ounce per head, approximately by and large, more or less, to the nearest decimal good. Measure round figures, stark naked in the stockinged feet of Connemara. In a word, for reasons unknown, no matter what matter, the facts are there. And considering what is more, much more grave that in the light of the labors lost of Steinweg and Peterman, it appears what is more, much more grave that in the light of the labors lost of Steinweg and Peterman, that in the plains, in the mountains, by the seas, by the rivers, running water, running fire, the air is the same, and then the earth, namely the air, and then the earth, in the great cold, the great dark, the air, and the earth abode of stones, in the great cold, alas, in the year of their Lord, 600 and something, the air, the earth, the sea, the earth, abode of stones, in the great deeps, the great cold on sea, on land, and in the air. I resume. For reasons unknown, in spite of all the tennis, the facts are there. But time will tell, I resume. Alas, alas, on, in short, in fine, on, abode of stones, who can doubt it? I resume, but not so fast. I resume the skull, fading, fading, fading. And concurrently, simultaneously, what is more, for the reasons unknown, in spite of all the tennis, on the beard, the flames, the tears, the stones, so blue, so calm, alas, alas, on, the skull, the skull, the skull, the skull. In Connemara, in spite of the tennis, the labors abandoned, left unfinished, graver still abode of stones. In a word, I resume. Alas, alas, abandoned, unfinished, the skull, in Connemara, in spite of the tennis, the skull, alas, the stones, Cunard, tennis, the stones, so calm, Cunard, unfinished.
I must go. Then adieu. 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 And thank you, children.
Thank you.
Not at all. Meh. Adieu. Adieu.
Adieu.
Adieu. Adieu.
Adieu.
But I saw my future looking worried, and I...
Go.
Oh, pardon.
Carry on.
Come on, man. No, after you.
No, you first.
I interrupted you, man.
On the contrary.
Ceremony date.
Punctious pig.
Finish your phrase, I tell you.
No, you're a moron, bruh.
That's the idea. Let's abuse each other, man.
Finish your own.
Moron.
Idiot.
Abortion.
Morphine.
Sewer rat.
You're a crew-A, bro.
You're a crew-A.
You're an anemic, bruh.
Oh, he wilts, tranquil, and turns away.
Now let's make it up.